Has everybody been wondering where I've been lately? No, probably not. But let's talk about this Garden Tours 2024. So it's March 31st. Let's get into it. Good morning. It is Sunday, March 31st, Easter. And I thought I would do a quick tour before we head out to church this morning. We've got a lot that I've gotten done in the last maybe a couple weeks, and I don't know if I've I haven't put up a video in a while, and I thought that I would go ahead and do a tour. And what I'm thinking, we're gonna do a tour. That sun is right in there, huh? Whoa, look at that. Do a tour whoa, we got some new sod, by the way. Where the chickens tore up the grass, we laid some sod. That's kind of what I'll show as well. But we're gonna start over here, and this is kind of like, let me go back over here and kind of get you the gist of it, how it looks when you're walking up to it. All right, here we go. So this is the seed starting. I got a shade cloth over right now, and I got them outside the greenhouse just for a little bit. But now you can see we created this sink over here. That's a little compost experiment I got going on with chicken manure and some old table scraps and stuff from the garden scraps and all that. But here we go is the sink. It's a little bit of a mess right now. I got bamboo sticks everywhere. And that's gonna have a cabinet, basically two cabinets that open up out, and under there is we got kind of fertilizers and some other stuff, some things that we keep around, just kind of like that. We got storage at the bottom, that kind of. But what we have is, I didn't label any of these, but I kind of know what they are. And when they pop up, I'll know. There's basil, here's nasturtiums and some other stuff, dill, some more tomatoes, and here's some cucumbers over here. And we got some starts that are ready. Probably, I think they're pretty close to being ready to put back in the ground. We have 6 Romas, 6 cherries, 6 bell peppers, some more cucumbers. That's backups in case if they all fail out there. We got ghost pepper, habanero, another ghost pepper, habanero. Those two are looking pretty bad. That Roma's looking pretty bad. But then you got 4 bell peppers and some tomatoes. And of course, I showed you the sod. Look at that. It's just a half a pallet. And then over here, we're just gonna have gravel. I'm gonna clear this up. This is all gonna be nice gravel. We moved the potting bench over here. I got the sink. We ran water with PVC up under the ground. Comes all the way up under here. And there's a little valve right there, little Y splitter. One goes to this hose, so we can have a hose, and then one goes under the ground all the way into the chicken run. You might not be able to see it, but try not to walk on the grass, so you can see there's a hose in there. That's so we can fill up the what do you call it? The chicken water. All right, so now over here, that sun is right in the way. So we'll do a quick walk through here, and we'll start from the beginning. We'll walk right in here, and we'll moving in. Whoop, sorry, dropping you. All right, so to the right, we've got all different types of peppers. So we started with this purple bell pepper, then a poblano, and then a Marconi, and then another regular traditional green bell pepper. There's a ghost pepper, and there's a Big Bertha bell pepper, and here's some more poblanos. Now all these poblanos were started from seed, and I actually did something different this year and bought these from the store. They were on sale. They were only like $4 and some change, so I picked them up because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try them out, get a head start, because a lot of my peppers are still on the back up there. coming. Like I said, those are poblanos, and I'll get to that in a second. Those 2 tomatoes right there, I'll talk about that in a second. We got squash here, and then some wildflowers in the middle. Squash right there. We did kind of bunch them up, but that's because I grow them up. All right, so about these. This is a pink Brandywine tomato. And what I'm gonna do this year is basically use tomato clips or string and have it go up here. And since it's an indeterminate, it'll just keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And the idea is to have the tomatoes pluck off the top right there eventually. I mean, eventually they're still gonna be down here at the bottom. Over here is a Golden Jubilee. I haven't tried that before, or the pink Brandywine. Golden Jubilee, but in this side over here is gonna be more peppers, a mixture of peppers, probably some bells and maybe some basil too. We'll just mix it in. And I'm not growing the purple whole peas here because I'm gonna grow tomatoes. I'm gonna put a cherry right there in the middle and keep it on a single stem like I do with those tomatoes. Over here is where the purple whole peas are going. They were started, they have not germinated yet, but we also started some radish. And the radish is going to be there to go to flower and bring in some good bugs, right? And then I don't know what we're going to put here, but if you have any ideas, let me know. I'd like to know that. Right here we have corn. The corn is growing. I think they're growing pretty nicely now. Everything's going to come up pretty good. Zucchini, all the zucchini has been struggling in the sun a little bit during the day. I put some shade cloth, you can see shade cloth right there, over top of it. It gets it through it, but it does recover at night, even if I don't put the shade cloth. And then in the center aisle, I have basil, and only one has actually germinated. Only one. Okay, so another one right here. I think I might, there might be a couple of tomatoes left over, some like Romas or something. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put the few in here with some little tomato cages, or big tomato. I have some good tomato cages that are good quality, and we'll add to that spot right there, right? And right here is the pickling cucumbers. We're still waiting for them to germinate. We have one that germinated. We have some starts in the greenhouse again that have germinated, and they'll go if we have trouble here. And these are regular straight 8 cucumbers. And this is our herb bed. Most of it went to seed. That's a weed that needs to get pulled. That's got thorns though. So the parsley went to seed. The sage is doing better. It looks like it's actually going to flower as well. Yep, it is. So that's interesting. It's bolting. Not that sage though. That sage is doing pretty good. And this lettuce is still kicking. I have no idea why. I just let it grow and it's still going. I don't know. We haven't even harvested it. I mean, I think I may have fed a couple leaves to the chickens. That's it. But then we got all these tomatoes. There's another Brandywine. So it's pink Brandywine, and these are going to be the regular cherries. So they'll be up under the strings there. And I think there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 spots right there for cherries. And that'll wrap around because you see I have the double thing, kind of like not Epic Garden, Next Level Gardening. Anyway, so they'll just wrap around like they did last year around this post. And then over here, they're just a single string. And these are for my determinants, basically. I know you don't have to grow determinants like that, but I do prune the bottoms. I prune the bottoms just for airflow, and I try to keep it on a single stem for the most part. I don't prune the suckers too often. I will every once in a while, because I know you get a lot of fruit off of them, and they're determinants, and they're only going to produce a set amount anyway. But so just to run through what we have, that's San Marzanos all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 San Marzanos, and then 4 Romas. They're all Romas, basically the same thing. They're determinants. They're going to produce whatever they're going to, the amount they're going to produce. And interesting enough, they're doing really well. And they're just starting to get a little bit of sun in the morning now. And in the afternoon, the sun kind of treks this way and goes behind the fence a little. So in the afternoon, they're getting shade. So in the morning, they're getting sun, which is really good for them. And then in the hot part of the day, they're getting shade. So the idea this year is, I saw it on Millennial Gardener, he put it out. shade cloth. I'm gonna put these T-posts in the ground right there, and then this one right there, and then probably right here we'll clip them, the shade cloth, and staple it along the fence back there, and it'll be just completely shaded right here. This whole area will be shaded, and the tomatoes will do so much better, because it's been discovered that tomatoes don't do well, and well, it's not been discovered, it's always been known. I mean, they like the warmth, they don't like the hot. Not like basil. Basil's really the only thing that I've known that loves the 90+ degrees. I'm sure there's some others, but none of these things love 90 degrees. Basil's about the only one. So that's it for what we have now. Again, cucumbers will go over on this trellis, and we got corn, zucchini, and again, ideas in this bed right here would be great. Let me know. And then I think I'm gonna shove some peppers in there. Still waiting for the purple hull peas to come up. If they don't come up this year, well, they're gonna come up, because we're gonna keep going. You know, I'll take the purple hull peas into the fall. I don't worry about that. It doesn't take up bed space, because you know, we got stuff. But for some reason, I gave a bed to just herbs, which we got to put more herbs in, obviously. And I used to fill up these beds with things, and I don't know. Hang on. So I used to fill those beds with everything, and I guess that one had okra. I don't want to grow okra this year, and I don't want to grow, what do you call it? Eggplants, which I never grow anyway, but I'm not going to grow it. I don't like it, so I don't want to grow it. Some other people in the house might like it, but they don't ask for it. I guess if they asked for it, I'd grow it. I think that's it, though. I don't know. I don't know what else. I'm kind of lost here on what else to throw in there. If you have any ideas, just let me know. For some reason, I don't know why, I used to fill up the beds. Maybe I grew more squash and more zucchini. That's probably why we had so much and we had to give it away. I'm growing less squash and zucchini this year. I know 6 squash and 6 zucchinis doesn't sound like less, but it is. For me, it is. Oh, look, I found a screw. That's not good. That could have been into my foot. Anyway, so that's it. I think I'm gonna stop now and put all these plants up over there, and then see where we go from there. And I guess I'll do another tour later. Anyway, I had other videos that I have not put up yet. They were about the Vijayga beds. I built another one, and there was a kind of a tell video how to build it. And then I had another video planned. Let me know if that's what you want to see too. Basically of the way this backyard looked from before, from when we first moved in, to how it looks now. As you can see, we got, I mean, a lot. Well, kind of. I mean, there could be more. I got a little Satsuma over there. Anyway, just let me know anything else. And from now on, I guess, keep growing.